Hello, hello, hello. Assalamu alaikum. Ji ayanu. Pakhair agale ni hao. Chunashumme washmale. Ohio Gonzaimus. Guten Morgen. Hola, bonjour, privyet, and a very amazing assalamu alaikum and khush amadeen to everybody who's tuned in to PT World and watching World this morning alongside the very pretty Maha Makhdoom and Shazad Khan. Hello, Maha. How are you?
Hello Shazad, Assalamu alaikum everyone. I'm really good today and thanks. You have such an amazing introduction and then when I do mine I'm like, hey everyone.
That's
And it's
perfect too.
done.
That's perfect.
You know.
It depends on your mood as well,
Yeah.
So one day you're very sleepy, one day you're overworked, and one day you're energetic.
Yeah, exactly. And today it's a mixture of all of those, but it's absolutely fine. We have a wonderful show lined up for you. So we're going to get started. We have no top stories today, so we're going to go straight to
Exactly.
the
So I
public service
think
message.
that's what we're going to do. So let's take a listen towards our public service message. And Maha's going to do the honors. Let's see what do we have.
Okay, public service message is that, as you know, we have been trying to do our part in trying to get another narrative out there, which is, to give a balance of the image of Pakistan. And these are not false narratives. These are people working within here who are trying to do some positive things in the country. So it's about promoting them. And within Pakistan, we have a lot of heroes, we have a lot of talent, and it's about promoting talent whenever you see it. Instead of knocking it down, we have a tendency to start criticizing before something's even established itself or, become good. And, even when things are good and people are making a name, we like to, chop them off at the knees. So let's not do that. Let's be positive. Let's not take our frustrations and complexes out on other people. So let's promote the talent within our country.
Exactly, and that's what we need to do. And initially, we kind of hear these stories as well, where people used to say that there are no more platforms. We do not know what to do, who people to reach out to. So with the advent of social media, I think that people pretty much do not even need a platform now because you can do your own thing.
That's
You
the
can
best
have
platform.
a YouTube channel and you can share the talent with the world. And if the world likes it, you're going to get 1 million or more viewers as well,
Yeah.
or probably subscribers.
Exactly.
But today, this is something which we are going to discuss, ladies and gentlemen, that talent does not know any boundary, or music does not know any boundary, or acting does not know any boundary.
And it doesn't discriminate. It's about coming together. And in the 21st century, we need to be together now more than ever, especially with what is happening around in the world. Leave the politics to the side, but socially we need to unite. And music is one of those ways. And when you hear it, it makes it strikes an emotion, and makes you happy, and it connects you to the person next to you.
Especially, and it's not just people within the country. There are different people from different parts of the world who are actually trying to promote the culture of their country within Pakistan, and then Pakistanis trying to promote our culture, within the world as well. So
And
this
also,
this is what happened recently. So I was doing this festival. Very sorry, I'm going to take this liberty because I'm the host of the show. I'm not going to name it. And people loved it. This band actually flew from Denmark and they came to Pakistan. Their performance was phenomenal, but they were invited by the Danish Embassy. So we're going to have a word with them too.
Exactly, but we've been lucky. We've been joined by both parties that were organizing the event, and Shazad is going to do the honors today. I am passing on all of my introducing to him. So let's find out what we're going to be discussing.
So ladies and gentlemen, the first person whom I'm going to introduce, I'm very pleased that he has actually joined us on the show as well. He's the Danish Ambassador, His Excellency Rolf Hombo. Hello, how are you?
Very fine, thank you. I'm very happy to be here.
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much
very
for
much
being
for
here. Very
joining
happy
us.
to have you here today.
Exactly. And ladies and gentlemen, recently gaining quite a lot of popularity over here in Pakistan, we have this band which is with the name of Rock Qawwali, and it's a fusion of Qawwali with rock. So all of these rock musicians, they fly from Denmark, and then we have got an amazing, phenomenal singer who's actually from the line of Qawwals as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to join us too, but we have a member of the band over here in the studios. He's none other he's a guitarist of the band, and he's none other than Mr. Jonas Tempe. Hello, how are you?
I'm very fine, thank you.
Thank you
so
very
much for
for
being
joining
here
us.
today. And when I was reading, and I've heard about the band before as well, and I was listening to your music. So 700-year-old classical Sufi poetry. I'm really interested to find out all of the details about that. But before we jump into your music and the band, let's start with His Excellency. Welcome to the show. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
But let's talk about the role of the Danish Embassy and its involvement with the cultural events within Pakistan. You've been involved. Why is it important, do you think?
For us, I think it's very important that we do engage in culture. I mean, in a situation and in a time where cultures have been moving apart and we understand each other perhaps less and less, it's important that we find the opportunities to build bridges between different cultures. And I think this project, Rockawali band, is a fantastic example of this. You
Okay.
have two cultures, a very long historic tradition of Qawwali Sufi music, and then you have a little more modern rock culture.
Yeah.
And these two cultures with different roots can actually merge together and create something extremely beautiful
Yep.
and relevant, in many contexts. So I think this is one of the things that I would like to do here is to expand our cultural cooperation and the cultural understanding on all sides of each other.
Your Excellency, this is what I wanted to ask. How do you think, what kind of impact Rock Qawwali is going to have over here within Pakistan culturally and then in Denmark as well?
Well, the thing is, I mean, now Rockawali is actually touring around. They have played a big concert Sunday for quite a large crowd. I would estimate 10,000,
Exactly.
upwards of 10,000 people being there at a fantastic event. And they played well, and people were really responding. And they will be playing a concert today. They will be playing 2 concerts in Karachi. I had the great luck of inviting them to my place yesterday to play for a smaller crowd of people. But the public can come, they can see, they can engage with this type of music.
And that's what we call bridging as well.
It is.
So let's just move on to Jonas Robert. So Jonas, this is not the first time that you guys are visiting Pakistan. And knowing Mr. Ejaz as well, since he's such a legendary singer himself, because he is from the line of Qawwals too as well. His dad is a very famous personality. So first of all, how was it to be over here and then performing for the Denmark Embassy and then the event which actually took place on Sunday?
Because your history of Pakistan goes back quite a while.
Yes,
Quite a while.
Yes, my father was from Pakistan,
Wow.
from Rawalpindi.
Okay.
So I came. I grew up in Denmark, and I had the chance to come back in '99 and meet my family for the first time and see Pakistan. And I was accepted very widely, and people opened their homes for me, and especially Medali Shelali Kawal became my teacher.
Okay.
And through that, the singer who is in our band, we became brothers. You can say I'm part of his family now.
Yeah, amazing.
So we have had this friendship for 13, 14 years, and it all starts with friendship, and then slowly music will happen, and more people gather, and now we are a band for 5-6 years.
So how was it when you performed on Sunday in Pakistan? Well, I certainly do not know whether it was their first performance for such a larger crowd, and then how was it performing at the Danish Embassy?
It was amazing Sunday at the big event in Islamabad, because this is like, my hometown of my father's house, and I'm standing and I'm looking at a crowd of 10,000 people, and so it feels like a very warm welcoming.
That's amazing. That's really cool.
And then when you performed at the Danish Embassy?
And then the Danish Embassy is a big honor to perform there, and the people that Rolf, the ambassador, knows, and the people we get a chance to meet is on a very high level, so it's a big opportunity for us.
Amazing. Wonderful. Okay, so just moving on, because it's not just about making the cultural ties stronger within Pakistan only, it's about, because there's Danish Pakistanis as well with that heritage. So how important is it that they see this side, and that, within Pakistan there are activities, and, the embassy is taking an interest in the places that they're from?
I think that's very important. I mean, in Denmark we have one of our largest diaspora groups is actually a Pakistani group, and that gives the possibility of having, interactions like this. I mean, recently we had 2 Danish Pakistanis, or Danes of Pakistani origin, who came back to Pakistan. And they had some knowledge about some business, the way business was being done there. And they could make businesses and hire hundreds of people now because they could access, some opportunities that otherwise would perhaps not exist. So liaisons on the cultural field is important because we have to find a way of understanding each other and in working with each other to build, if you want, global harmony.
Exactly.
That's one thing. But if you want to help each other and, to become more prosperous, to have a more, social security for all citizens, we have to also work in the business area, in the sense that building economic activity. Last year we tried to expand business cooperation, and we did so. And the Danish Pakistani business cooperation is mostly Pakistani exports to Denmark. That's the majority of it. But both ways works well for both sides, and that is a win-win situation, and that's the most important part.
And this is what I wanted to ask. Sorry that I'm taking advantage of the opportunity, but His Excellency, you know, obviously we're building up in culture, we're building up bridges as well, but talking about economics or tourism or all of these other developmental industries, how do you think that we are coping up together?
Well, I mean, I can give you one example. Sure. I mean, from the outside, then what you hear about Pakistan, you know, is always the bad things.
Yes.
It would be the bombs, it would be the insecurity. And so that was the perception, you know, that I perhaps came with, you know, to Pakistan. And then I come to Pakistan and I see that things are different and things are moving in a different way.
Okay.
Things are stabilizing, the country is opening up. Like the big concert on Sunday would not perhaps have been possible some years ago, but now it is.
Yeah.
Culture is opening up again, you know, and that's such a, you know, positive atmosphere to, you know, to enter into. And I feel very privileged to come at a time where Pakistan is opening up to the world again.
Wow.
So there's many opportunities, I think, for doing, you know, intercultural projects like Rockawali, like others, you know, to build bridges between the cultures.
And before we bid farewell to you, if there's anything which you want to share with the Pakistani or the global audience, please look straight into the camera and share it.
I've been very, very happy to be in here in Pakistan, and I would mention just 4 things that I think are great. One is the food. I've been so impressed with the Pakistani food. I mean, that is such a great experience for me because I love food.
Okay, great.
And I love people who love food, and I know Pakistanis love food.
Okay, great.
So that's one thing. And then the culture. I mean, the history and the culture of Pakistan. It's such an honor for me to experience that uphand. I visited the Badshahi Mosque in Lahore. I went to Faisalabad, to Cheniot market to buy some, you know, material. I've been to Karachi, seen the port and how busy and how active and engaged it is in making Pakistan a better and richer place. And I just look forward to going to the north, to Gilgit, to Swat, to Peshawar, have some good meat. You know, all these things I just think is so great about Pakistan, and that's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah,
Amazing.
wonderful. And thank you so much for being here. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you on the show, and thank you for taking the time out. We actually didn't even indulge in any of your past because you spent time in the Middle East and in Africa, so we will get you back on the show and actually get into your past as well. So thank you so much for being here today.
My pleasure.
Okay,
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, what we're going to do is that we're going to go for a short break. Meanwhile, we'll bid farewell to the Danish
Excellency.
Ambassador as well, His Excellency. And when we come back, we'll have the entire team of Rock Qawwali over here, and we're going to rock this studio with quite a lot of Qawwali. Good morning. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for everybody who just got tuned into PT while you watching well this morning. And with me, I have Maha Makhdoom. This is me,
Oh,
Shazad
yeah, surprise,
Khan.
surprise.
Yeah,
I've just turned up,
yeah, it's
you know?
perfectly. Earlier, we were in conversation with the Danish Ambassador, His
Yes.
Excellency Rolf Hombo, and Jonas Stampe from Rock Qawwali, since Rock Qawwali is over here in Pakistan. And Rock Qawwali is a fusion of 2 different cultures and 2 different types of music, where Qawwali has been fused with rock.
And the thing
and
is,
it
they
is
use,
superb.
And they use 700-year-old classical Sufi poetry. It's the heritage that they're also promoting, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm really scared with the information sometimes because you never know how accurate it is. But they're doing wonderful work, and we're going to find out everything about
So let me just introduce the band to you guys, to everybody who's out there, because they have been flying in from Denmark and they were performing over here on Sunday, and then for the embassy, and then they're going to Karachi too as well. So you guys are very busy, and congratulations on the 2nd album release as well, which is with the name of Sufi Spirit. So ladies and gentlemen, we have been joined by somebody very amazing. You know, all of these musicians, they've been into music for more than decades as well. So let's do it. On my right hand side, he's well, you're from Denmark and Iran. Both the countries were very nice. He's a guitarist of the band. He's none other than Mr. Tin Saheli. Hello, how are you? Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum. Thank you for having
Thank
me.
you so much.
Wa
for being
alaikum
here.
assalam. And still sitting here and being with us, he's none other than Mr. Jonas Stampe on number 2. Hello, how are you? And he's the guitarist of the band as well.
Very fine, thank you.
Thank you very much. And ladies and gentlemen, moving on towards the vocalist, where the Qawwali actually joins the rock as well. He's son of Ustad Meher Ali Khan, Sher Ali Khan Qawwal. He's a great vocalist, he's a legend, and he's from that line. He's none other than Mr. Ajaz Sher Ali. Hello, assalamu alaikum, how are you? Thank you very
for
much.
being
And I
here.
think you might probably have to stand up because we couldn't get you in the frame. So Yeah, and he's the bass player of the band. He's from Denmark too. He's none other than Mr. Martin Dahl. Hello, how are you, Martin?
Very good.
Thank you very much for joining us. And alongside Mr. Martin Dahl, we have been joined by the drummer. He's a great human being because when I saw him playing on the stage, I just couldn't stop looking at him because he was so amazing with his sticks and the drum. He's none other than Mr. Stefan Grabowski. Hello, how are you?
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum
I'm very
assalam.
happy to be here.
Thank
We're
you very
very
much
happy
for
to have you
joining us.
here as well.
So, Chain, we'll get the conversation started because
Yes.
we have a video to share from your newer album.
Yeah.
But how's the response so far? Because you've released another album and it's been 6 years you guys are together.
It's been great. It's been signed worldwide. We shot a video for it and have been playing a couple of festivals since then. And now we're here in Pakistan,
I know,
which is great.
wonderful.
And that's what we're going to do. So we're going to share the track from the newly released album, La ilaha illallah. This is the title track. And when you listen to the album, ladies and gentlemen, I can assure you that I haven't actually heard such a this is the title track. And when you listen to the album, ladies and gentlemen, I can assure you that I haven't actually heard such a vocal and an audio treat as well because it's produced amazingly. So let's go, let's watch the track first. And then when you guys are going to come back, we'll put the guys into action.
Yeah. going to get them to perform, and then we're going to start our conversation.
Let's
So
do it.
let's hear what they're going to play for us.
Subhan Allah, Subhan Allah, Subhan Allah, Subhan Allah, Subhan Allah. तेरी जात बड़ी, तेरी जात बड़ी, तेरा नाम बड़ा. Subhan Allah, Subhan Allah, Subhan Allah, Subhan Allah. तू हमेशा से है, तू हमेशा से है, तू रहेगा सदा. सुभान अल्लाह, सुभान अल्लाह, सुभान अल्लाह. तू जो हरियाण नई शान दिखा देता है, तू जो हरियाण नई शान दिखा देता है, दीदाए शौक को हैरान बना देता है. डाली डाली तेरी तख्लीक के गुन गाती है, डाली डाली तेरी तख्लीक के गुन गाती है. पत्ता पत्ता तेरी कुदरत का पता देता है. सुभान अल्लाह, सुभान अल्लाह, सुभान अल्लाह. ये ज़ियाएं बिरा दिखाएं तेरी जो ज़ियाएं तेरी, ये ज़ियाएं बिरा दिखाएं तेरी. ये हवाएं तेरी, ये फज़ाएं तेरी, ये हवाएं तेरी, ये फज़ाएं तेरी. तेरा कुल से तराना हस्त छिड़ा. सुभान अल्लाह, सुभान अल्लाह, सुभान अल्लाह. अल्लाह तेरे ध्यान में आँख जो बंद करूं, तेरे ध्यान में आँख जो बंद करूं, तो मैं सैरे फिजा बुलंद करूं. तेरे ध्यान आँख जो बंद करूं, तो मैं सैरे फिजा बुलंद करूं. मैं उरूज को क्यों ना पसंद करूं, मैं उरूज को क्यों ना पसंद करूं. तेरे दर पे झुका हुआ सर है मेरा. सुभान अल्लाह, सुभान अल्लाह, सुभान अल्लाह. अल्लाह
Out of the heart, out of the heart. Very mesmerizing and a very powerful
Amazing.
performance.
Oh my God.
Thank you very much, Rock Kawali, for being on the show. It is
Well,
almost
I just got
very
my heart
amazing.
rate back down to normal. It's like,
So now let's
amazing.
get into a bit of conversation
Yes.
over here, ladies and gentlemen. So these were the two songs from their latest album. Please make sure that you do check it out. But now let's talk about Rock Kawali itself. So
Okay.
how's it going? It's been 6 years and you've been coming to Pakistan. Then Ajaz Sahab is actually going to Denmark too as well. And this album has been produced by Mark Howard. He's a great producer and I've heard the album. There's immense control in every instrument which has been played and the vocals too as well. So how was this recording this album with Mark Howard?
Well, comparing to the first album where everything was very fresh, we just got into the studio and tried something out and it became the first album. Contrary to the second one where he actually came to Copenhagen and rebuilt or built a whole studio in a studio like this. Okay. So we had to fly in everything. And he's the kind of man that when you call on the phone to people and you need favors, everybody would be like lining up. So it was fairly easy for us to make a studio and just start working on it.
okay, but I have to, I always do these questions and I have to ask,
Sure.
how did, it was amazing. It's so good. And it's like, I've always been, inclined to that way anyway, like Sufism and all this kind of stuff. But this really,
it's there.
it speaks to your soul, right? But how did it all come together? Because it's such a unique, and it works so well. Like, how did it come together? Let's ask Jonas.
Sorry, what?
How did you come together, and how did? Because it works so well, and you wouldn't think, that.
So I was lucky to meet Ijaz by in 2004 when he started singing in his father's band, Melali Sherali Kawal.
Okay.
So I had the great honor to be accepted in the family of Melali Sherali, and I've been with them around all the shrines in Pakistan and performed with them. So it's a big opportunity.
Okay.
And then and you know what it's all about? It's about going. He should also come to my home.
Yeah.
And so he's been going to Denmark for many
Okay.
years.
Okay.
And slowly what happens is that then we meet each other and he becomes friends with a lot of people
Okay.
and slowly a band like that develops.
Really.
We're
Yeah,
so lucky that this
so
happened.
from being that line as well, you have that blood of being a Kawal too as well, and then learning under such legendary musician as well and a vocalist. How do you feel, and then what response are you expecting from this second album which you guys just released? And the performances are undoubtedly very powerful.
Actually, I get very good response from everywhere. Jahan jin logon ne suna, they give us a very good response, and I'm really very happy.
Great.
मुझे ये बताएं कि डेनमार्क में जब आप लोग प्ले करते हैं रॉक कवाली के साथ तो कैसा रिस्पांस मिलता है, क्योंकि उनके लिए ये वोकल समझना थोड़े मुश्किल होते होंगे लिरिक्स.
I think actually शहजाद म्यूज़िक जो है इंटरनेशनल लैंग्वेज है, इसको ज़्यादा समझाने की ज़रूरत नहीं पड़ती.
Exactly.
तो जैसे कि हम लोग उनका म्यूज़िक एंजॉय करते हैं, हमें लिरिक्स नहीं समझ आते लेकिन वी कैन एंजॉय द म्यूज़िक. तो सेम लाइक हमें हमारा म्यूज़िक भी वो बहुत एंजॉय करते हैं, बहुत सुनते हैं. तो सिर्फ हमारे म्यूज़िक में थोड़ा सा ये है कि इसमें और डीप है, इसमें वजद है, कैफियत है, क्योंकि ये सूफिया का कलाम हम पढ़ते हैं तो इसकी एक अपनी तासीर है, एक अपना एक मज़ा है, क्योंकि दिल से जो बात निकलती है असर रखती है. तो सूफिया ने जो भी लिखा है अपने दिल की वारदात लिखी है, वो जब भी हम किसी के आगे भी पढ़ते हैं तो उसके ऊपर असर करती है.
Amazing.
Really, it does.
Dal. What do you have to say?
How is it? How's everything playing bassist, the bass in the band for such a, amazing, being part of such an amazing group?
It's wonderful. I've known Jonas for 15 years,
Yeah.
and introduced me to Ijaz 6-7 years ago.
Okay.
I was studying as a vocal. I was doing vocal training. Ijaz was my master teacher.
Oh wow,
Wow.
amazing, excellent.
And so now I'm the new guy in the band playing the bass,
Okay.
and it's wonderful to have the honor to come to Pakistan and to also be a part of this. They have done all the hard work before me, playing lesser concerts, developing a crowd and so, and I come waltzing in on the great success here with great shows in Pakistan now.
Amazing.
So it's
Stephen.
an honor.
How are you?
Very good,
You're way too far behind though as well.
Yeah.
But I can see you. So what how would you share your experience of being over here in Pakistan and then playing for one of the biggest event of the year, and then for the embassy, and then the second album? So these are three questions. So answer them separately. Yeah.
We can
Well,
remind you. It's fine.
For me, it's like a dream come true. You know, it was an amazing experience to play for such a huge and enthusiastic. What you say? The crowd liked it. They got it. They understood what we are doing.
Yeah.
They really did. And
They did. I'm sure they loved it.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
it's a very not
yeah.
enough strong
Yeah.
enough. Okay.
Amazing. That is amazing, and we definitely have run out of time. You know, it is very
I had
unfortunate
so
that we
many
didn't have much time.
questions.
But you know, by the end, what we're going to do is we're going to close up, and then as a band, if you guys want to say anything to all those
Yes.
people who are out there, you can do that. So
And
people do not.
Wait. I'd like to also request that next time you are here, we must have you on the show again, so I
Promise.
can interview you
We'd
guys
love to.
properly.
Thank you.
please.
Thank you for
so
having
much.
us.
Okay, thank you
So
so
do
much.
not forget to log on to our Facebook fan page, which is with the name of World This Morning. On Twitter, it's World This Morning without a G. On Dailymotion and
What?
YouTube, it's.
Well, this morning.
And the fabulous repeat is going to be at.
11:05 p.m.
I'm sorry, I just
oh
forgot.
my goodness. Anyway, guys,
sorry,
do log
all right.
on. And if you want to find any information about the band or anything we've discussed, please do write to us and we will share.
Or
all
do
the
check up
information.
on them on Google as well. You know, they have a
Amazing.
website. Your website is?
Well, we have a rockaholic.com.
Yeah.
But the best thing would be on Facebook, where we have a group called obviously
Rockaholic.
Facebook-Rockaholic.
Wally. Okay, wonderful.
So whatever you guys want to say it together to all of those people who can see you at now.
Salam alaikum, Pakistan. Thank you for having us. It's a great love and honor to be here.
Amazing. Jonas.
In Pakistan, you have so much beautiful music and culture, so please share it with the rest
Wow.
of the world.
Ajaz
Thank
bhai.
you.
मेरी तरफ से सबको प्यार जी और आप लोगों की दुआओं की हमें बहुत ज़रूरत है.
Stephen.
We love the amazing culture here. It's one of the most culture rich countries in the world, I think.
But I've got
Amazing.
one more request because I've
Wait.
been singing that song
Wait.
since morning.
I just had my mind has just been blown and my soul has just been like
Summer.
revived.
Celebrated.
That was amazing.
So now I have a
Really,
request, a very
truly.
humble request, and that is if we can listen to Farida Turya Turya Ja. Let's do it.
Lovely. I just want to see where I can.
Ready guys?
फरीदा टुरया टुरया जा टुरया टुरया जा टुरया टुरया जा फरीदा टुरया टुरया जा फरीदा मन विच वल ना पा फरीदा टुरया टुरया जा टुरया टुरया जा टुरया टुरया जा टुरया टुरया जा फरीदा टुरया टुरया जा फरीदा मन विच वल ना पा फरीदा टुरया टुरया जा उठ फरीदा सुत्या तू झाड़ू दे मसीह उठ फरीदा सुत्या तू झाड़ू दे मसीह तू सुत्ता रब जागदा तेरे डाडे नाल परी फरीदा टुरया टुरया जा फरीदा टुरया टुरया जा फरीदा मन विच वल ना पा फरीदा टुरया टुरया जा ना पा फरीदा टुरिया टुरिया जा पानी दा गने गाने 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 सा पानी दा गने गाने सा नी मा मा पानी दा नी पा मा गा दा टुरिया टुरिया जा टुरिया टुरिया जा फरीदा टुरिया टुरिया जा फरीदा टुरिया टुरिया जा फरीदा टुरिया टुरिया जा फरीदा मन विच वल ना पा फरीदा टुरिया टुरिया जा रोटी तेरी काठ दी लावे तेरी भुख रोटी तेरी काठ दी लावे तेरी भुख जिन्ना खादियां चौपड़ियां ओयो सैणगे तू फरीदा टुरिया टुरिया जा फरीदा टुरिया टुरिया जा फरीदा टुरिया टुरिया जा फरीदा टुरिया टुरिया जा हक फरीद या फरीद हक फरीद या फरीद अल्लाह मोहम्मद चार यार अल्लाह मोहम्मद चार यार हाजी खाजा कुतुब फरीद हक फरीद या 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 फरीद हक फरीद हक फरीद हक फरीद हक